Hello everybody, this is Pat from TCG Source, and today we're going to be playing some Yosenju, and more on the topic of, are the Yosenju going to be, or are already, top tier? Now, I'm going over this topic because a lot of people have been asking, and I've been hearing people conversing about whether they are top tier or not. Now, personally to me, I do think they're top tier, and I'll give you, after this, as this duel goes on, I'll kind of give you a couple of examples why, but, and we're also going to be talking about not Java, but whether you like the beatdown build as I'm playing, or the why does it do that? The good old-fashioned pendulum build that they have. Now, the reason I think that this deck is top tier is based on a pretty simple reason. It has a great ability with these commas that they can just consistently be normal summoned from the hand, which is really good in that sense because of the simple fact that it can be constantly recycled as long as it's not gotten rid of or breakthrough skilled or anything like that. It really does help the deck out, and it really does give it some supreme utility over a lot of other decks that are being played in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh right now, which is really cool. Yeah, and it's surprising to see something like this in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh now come out and be this great. But again, it is a fantastic deck, and this is one of the main reasons why. If I don't OTK him here, I'd be surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna use combo trees effect. You'll send secret move. And this is one of the main reasons. This beatdown build is actually really consistent and really good. It's able to do this most of the time, and I do run Macros Cosmos to kind of give the advantage of, hey, I can easily go ahead and you can also Xyz summon if you'd like. I personally don't do it all the time, but I might do it here. No. But again, this deck doesn't rely on Xyz monsters, and it can constantly just have advantage. And that's what I really like about this deck. And another reason I play Macros Cosmos and Dimensional Fissure is based on the simple fact that this deck doesn't really care that if its cards get banished. It only cares that its plays get off relatively easily, and that's a good thing. For these types of decks, it's a really fun build. It's a really fun deck. I'll post a deck profile if you guys like me to. If you guys wanted to comment, if I get enough people asking for it, I'll definitely post it. But yeah, it's a thing. I'm sorry for any background noise there might be, but yeah, it's definitely a deck you don't want to get involved in. And see, it has answers to things like this. It's not a win monster, so I can easily get over it with Misak here, which doesn't really matter to me. But again, it does have some great utility, and it doesn't really stop there. Oh, and comma 1's effect is also a thing, so let's just go ahead and beat him down here. Comma 2. And see, this is what I'm talking about with this deck having great utility. It's just super effective against a lot of these decks that are in the meta now. I've even come across to see that this deck beats Necros. It's actually quite funny. But let's go ahead and activate comma 1's effect. I guess we have to return that to the hand. I did not see that was a thing, but again, a card can easily be 101, which is great. So let's go in 101. And see, like I said, this deck's got really great utility with the Xyz when it needs to have it. It's just plain and simple a good deck, and I personally, for that reason, think that it's top tier. No matter what a lot of other players may think or say, I have my opinion. I think this deck is fantastic, and nonetheless, it's a super fun deck to play. Whether you're playing the beatdown build or the pendulum build, it's a really fun deck to play, and there's a lot of reasons for that, as you can see here in this video. I wasn't facing the most meta deck, but if I didn't have an answer to that white Paladin, no, what was it? I don't even remember that. Dragon Master Knight, there we go. if I didn't have an answer to that Dragon Master Knight, I would have been in trouble and I would have gotten gamed. Plain and simple. A lot of decks would have just I can't say a lot of decks in the meta now, but there are decks that would struggle with that, that are in the meta, and they would have a hard time getting over it. But unfortunately, fortunately, not this deck, because it just does have that awesome utility with it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you want to have me put up a deck profile for this. My build's actually pretty nice. I love my build. It's the beatdown build, and I do have protection behind it, so you're not completely left open. I just didn't happen to draw them. But I want to thank you guys again so much for watching. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos here at TCG Source. Go ahead and give us a like on Facebook and check out our videos from Facebook rather than having to constantly check out our YouTube channel all the time. And again, for like the 4th time, I want to say thank you again so much for watching, guys. And you stay lucky. Bye-bye.
Got me.